Leos, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. It's for all my Leos, Sun, Rising, Venus, men and women. As you can see, I'm back in my old setup, but this will be the last weekly, the last reading you'll see in this room. So take a look, say bye-bye. I know it's a little bit sad, but we will be in a new place very, very soon. So this will be the last one here. And before we get started, I would like to thank BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Personally, tarot and astrology has been an amazing way to gain insight on different emotions, situations, blockages I go through, and although it can be an amazing way to overcome certain challenges, if these challenges are related to your mental health, it might then be more appropriate to speak to a licensed therapist. As some of you may already know, I'm in the middle of moving right now, and my life is changing very, very fast. And with these changes comes both exciting, but also stressful and anxiety-driven mental and emotional ups and downs. So my therapist, Jeffrey, has been an amazing and great resource for me while I go through these major transitions in my life. He's really helped me process many of my worries and concerns by giving me space to kind of slow down my thoughts, which is not always easy, as you guys probably already know. He reminds me to never stop asking questions so I can figure out why I feel certain things, to address the root cause and maybe help prevent it from becoming bigger than it has to be. So that has been really, really helpful for me.
What's great is that you can talk to your therapist in a private online environment at your convenience, and they have a large network of over 20,000 therapists ready to help you that may not be available in your area. The website is easy to use. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs and what you're looking for, and then get matched with a therapist within 48 hours. You can then schedule a secure video or phone session, plus exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. If for whatever reason you don't vibe with your therapist, you can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime.
So be sure to check them out and use my link below to get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Nicloves, and that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Nicloves. And thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. All right, so we are covering the last week, well, the last day of May, pretty much from May 30th till June 5th. And this week, guys, on the 30th, we have a new moon in Gemini, so new thoughts, new ideas, new conversations, maybe making new friends. And it's the same weekend as Memorial Day, so I hope you get a chance to relax or kick back, have some fun with family and friends, or just do nothing and clear your mind. On the 3rd, we have Mercury in Taurus going direct. So yes, it will no longer be in retrograde. There will still be a little bit of the shadow period, but it's finally going direct. So we'll be able to get rid of that mental fog and confusion, be able to think clearly, more practically, logically, and probably have a little more certainty about our thoughts and what we're doing, as opposed to being kind of like, I don't know, or there being a lot of delays, waiting. We're going to feel more sure, have a lot more certainty behind what we're doing. Okay, and then on the 4th, we have Saturn in Aquarius going retrograde till July 1st. So this is giving us some time to kind of like rethink, reevaluate, kind of like reorganize in our game plan, rethink and kind of revise, look over our goals, our duties, responsibilities, obligations, our time management, finances, and see if we've been doing the right things, if it's working for us, or if we need to pivot, change some things. It's going to be time to kind of like look back and revise and see where we're at, where we're going, what we want to do, if we want to change stuff. So it's going to be a reflective time. Okay. All right. And maybe it'll be a little bit easier. We won't feel as like, wanting to rush in and like be too all about work, all about responsibilities, but we'll kind of get a chance to like look back and see like, all right, what do I need to do? What do I need to work on? Okay. All right. And it can be a very karmic time as well. So we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. All right. So my beautiful Leos, when it comes to your health, well, be careful around fire this week, and be careful around young, reckless people, possibly, or people around you who could be really reckless, maybe driving recklessly or leaving behind, I don't know, something that could be flammable or cause a fire, or leaving the stove on or something, or like a lighter, having something like that. I remember like a long time ago, I was at some like concert or like music festival thing, and someone like brushed by me and they had like a cigarette and it like kind of burned me. I was like, ow, like, so you want to be careful. It may not always be you. It could be like someone else that like is next to you. You're like, oh, like it hurts or something, or they leave behind. You're like, oh my gosh, I could have hurt myself. So be careful around any fire or getting burnt or getting hurt, or leaving something on for too long or forgetting to turn it off. Or leaving anything that's flammable like together that can cause a fire. You're like, oh crap. Like, so be careful. Also just be careful around younger people who are kind of reckless and not being careful, because maybe they could like damage something of yours or cause some fire or something. But just be aware of it, okay? All right, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, well, it feels like you're receiving financial rewards because of your hard work, or because you've been taking care of your responsibilities, your duties, your obligations. You've been putting the work, and now you're receiving support, you're receiving financial gain. Maybe you're getting paid this week, or you're getting some bonuses, or someone is paying you back. But it feels like you're in a good place where you're very grounded. You're covering all your bases, you're doing really well. And it feels like you have everything you need. And because you take care of things, because you handle everything well, you don't really have to worry. So it feels like you're doing well financially, or you're going to be in a good place this week where you're not really worried too much. You have everything set, your ducks and eggs in order, and things are kind of going your way for the most part. So you're in a good place. You could be trying to figure out where you want to put things or buy certain things, or you could be placing some orders this week. Maybe you're going to be buying something, or you found because you get paid, you're like, all right, I'm going to go buy this thing, or I'm going to go put in this order. And you could be doing some shopping as well. But it feels like your finances are doing well, and you're in a good place because you've been doing the right things. You've been working on yourself, and you've been saving, planning, and just doing what you need to do. So financially, you're in a good place, not really need to worry. You could be working with or go to school with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or maybe this is someone you work side by side, business partner. You guys are doing pretty well together. Maybe some of you work in finances, or you handle the financial department of your company or something. But it feels like you're handling everything well, and you're doing a great job at what you're doing. So keep up the good work. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, this week's a little bit messy. It's a little messy, but it's okay. So on your side, we have the 7 of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Temperance. So some of you could have Sagittarius somewhere in your chart. Okay, and then on this other side, for this other person, can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have the Moon in reverse, 5 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, well, definitely could be a Pisces, a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you guys may actually be very similar in age, or be in the same age group, or be the same age possibly. I feel like you are the more emotional feeler type, but this person is also emotional, but they move slower. They don't react maybe as fast, or they tend to withhold, keep their feelings. They keep it to themselves. It's not that they don't feel it, but they don't like react, or they don't push it out. They don't express it maybe as much as you maybe would. Okay, or maybe as much as you would want them to. I feel like there's someone who tends to move kind of slow. Again, they tend to kind of want to keep things to themselves. But because of that, I feel like you may sometimes be suspicious, or be like, oh, are they lying to me? Are they hiding something from me? Because maybe they don't like say too much, or they are kind of like very quiet, or when at least it comes to like private matters or personal emotions, feelings, stuff like that, they tend to like not say that much or not express a lot. So it makes you always like question or wonder, like, what are they doing? Are they hiding something from me? And that's probably not the case. At least I don't feel that way here, because both of you are kind of like causing each other, like you're both bugging each other, or causing each other some like irritation, or the other to react in some way. Okay, so this week is all about like you guys learning how to like honor and respect each other's emotions, because both of you deal with emotions differently. And maybe you've been finding that with like lots of people you deal with, or like your past relationships, or maybe you're in a relationship right now, or this is someone you're dealing with right now, or you will be dealing with, where you guys are you're gonna have to learn how like each of you deals with emotions and how to react in a way that's like not toxic, but still you're helping each other. You're not encouraging bad behavior, but you're understanding each other and knowing where each of you needs to kind of like do your part to make this connection, make this relationship work. Okay, so it feels like at the beginning of the week or at the start, like this person withholds a lot of information. They don't really share a lot. Maybe they're kind of very private or conservative, or like they don't really show emotions, and that bothers you maybe because it makes you feel like, well, like, do they even like me, or are they hiding something? Or you start to get fears and doubts where you start to feel like maybe they're not loyal, or maybe there's just miscommunication because of how they don't express certain feelings and emotions. And so you start assuming the worst, that maybe is not even close to reality possibly, but you have no choice but to assume the worst because they don't say anything. So you just start to like, your mind starts to race, you know? And of course you start to think of like the worst case scenarios. But then with this person, they may sometimes like react in a certain way, or like get super upset that like you start assuming things, or like accuse them maybe, and then you're like, they feel like you're not understanding them, but then you feel like they're not understanding you. So this is like really about you guys understanding each other and knowing what makes the other tick, what's your trigger, what's their trigger. Because I feel like here, this person, sometimes they don't like say a lot, but then when they explode. And you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Because they like let it build up, and that's not healthy, you know? So it's like they let something build up and then they just exploded. And it seems like midweek or towards the end of the week, they just may get super dramatic or get super mad. And you're like, whoa, like I didn't even know you were that mad. Like, sorry, you just didn't say anything. And you made me assume, but I wasn't trying to get you upset. But I feel like they can get really upset because they feel like they can't express themselves, or like when they do express themselves, or they express themselves, maybe you don't understand, or that you don't see their point of view, or vice versa. But I think this is where you're going to come in. You're going to be the bigger person and handle it with love. Be like, okay, you know, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know that was the case, or I didn't know this XYZ. I don't want us to fight. I'm sorry I was upset, or I asked you this. I didn't mean to disrespect you. I didn't mean to like accuse you. You left me wondering, and so I didn't know. But I feel like you're going to handle it with maturity and handle it with love, and that's going to help calm them down, because they may get all fired up and you're going to be the one that calms them down. Okay, and this is going to be a learning experience, especially for you. I feel like you're going to be the wise one. You're the wiser spirit here. You're the more emotionally involved and the more spiritually evolved person in this connection, at least right now. You're going to do a good job by the end of the week by staying grounded, but also in tune with your feelings and emotions, and learning how to deal with each other in a better way. And this person's going to cool down. They'll be like, okay, all right. They're going to start to move slow, and they're going to really see you or look at you with respect. Okay, like you're wise, because your actions and how you're dealing with their emotions and your emotions is going to come off very wise and very mature, and they're going to like that, or they're going to like how you approach it. You're not like screaming and yelling, you're like handle it in like a really adult manner. So then it feels like a conflict is going to get resolved. It may start kind of like funky at first, but you're going to be the person that knows how to calm them down. So they may get super mad or upset or dramatic. Maybe it's like other people influencing them, hopefully not, but you're going to know how to calm them down, like calm them down after the storm, and bring things back to balance, back to order, and kind of take this as a learning experience so you guys can actually be stronger and have a better connection or friendship or whatever, if you guys are dating, or you haven't dated, you're official, or you're just getting to know each other. Okay, so we're going to continue this on and extend it to get more information, see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. Okay, I do feel like you guys are going to heal. It's gonna get better. There may be a little bit hard at first, but I do feel like by the end or next week, there's going to be equilibrium, and they won't be as mad, you won't be as mad, and you guys will kind of start to learn how to manage each other's emotions better, okay? Because emotions are tricky. It's tricky, but if you can really learn and understand each other and try to know each other's triggers, ticks, it can really help alleviate like unnecessary drama. Okay, so let's continue on the extended. Link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care, and I wish you guys all the best. Bye.